time.
Probably count my deck.
Yep.
So swapping cards.
I will flip over scissors for me. Which would you like?
2.
All right, number 2. All right, your paper, so I will go ahead, cut the paper, take the play.
Lackey on the play, that's how to do it, right?
Yep.
I have the hardest time with my sleeves getting just one card when I'm trying to like count my deck. I committed to a sleeve so that all of my cards could be sleeved in the same type of sleeve, and I committed to a somewhat cheap sleeve. So
Which one do you use?
the KMC Hypermats.
Okay.
KMC like 10 years ago, I feel like used to be higher quality than they are now. But
yeah,
I feel like the corners split and bend much more easily than they used to. But they are quite cheap. You can buy like 10 packs of them on Amazon for like $30 or something, or $25, something like that.
I'm gonna take a mulligan.
I'll try this.
Yeah, I'll keep this one.
Sounds good.
And I will bottom that. I'm going to start off with the Foothills, fetching, go to 19 for Mountain and Lackey, and then pass.
That's how you do it. If I tap Treetop, go ahead.
Okay. I'll untap and draw. I will come in for 1.
I'll take 1.
Trigger, Warchief.
Yep.
And play Prospector.
Sure.
And I'll pass.
Cards in hand?
3.
Play Mishra's Factory. Pass.
Okay. I'll untap and draw. Fanatic. And go to attacks.
Sure. No blocks.
Okay, so you take 5, trigger.
Yeah.
And I'll drop in Siege Gang.
Yep.
And then I'll pass to you.
Karplusan Forest. I'll take 1 to make red. Earthquake for 2.
That is pretty good. So you're taking 1. In response, I'll sack to deal 1 to you.
Mm-hmm.
I will then sack for a red, throw 1 at you for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Red, and then 2 to you.
Yep. And then we both take 2 from the Earthquake also.
Yep. You're at 6. I'm at 17.
Go ahead.
All right. Untap and draw. Past you.
Untap. Draw. I'll take 1, go to 5.
Mm-hmm.
I'll Thermo Crush your mountain.
That seems like a decent play.
And I'll play a Treetop Village. Go ahead.
All right, draw. I'll play Wasteland and pass.
Play Rishadan Port.
Okay.
Pass.
All right. Untap, upkeep, draw.
Upkeep, I'm going to try to tap your Wasteland.
Okay. Resolves. Untap, draw. And I will pass.
Untap, draw. I'm going to Winter's Grasp your Wasteland.
Seems good.
I'm going to play Wooded Foothills. And animate the factory for 2.
All right, 15.
Go ahead.
All right, I will draw. I will pass.
This
is a lot of this is a lot of times not drawing lands, and this is a good land deck. You know, there's a responsible number.
Yeah, that's not in the spirit of this era of Magic. I mean, you kind of had to, you're supposed to play not nearly enough lands at this time. I'm going to cycle Tranquil Thicket.
Yep.
Untap. Sure. All right. I'm going to play a Forest.
Yep.
I'm going to animate a Treetop Village.
Yep.
Attack you for 3.
Okay. I'm at 12.
I'm going to play a Terraform.
All right. Terry's in.
I have 2 lands in my graveyard.
I have 2 as well.
All right. Go ahead.
I have 3. I did fetch.
Okay.
So he's a 5. Draw.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a Karplusan Forest. Pass.
Untap. Well, I remember if you have Lightning Bolt in your deck or not.
I do not. I will save you checking.
I will play Wooded Foothills.
Yep.
I'll fetch to 3.
Yep.
I will green 1 Winter's Grasp your land.
All right.
It's up to 7. I will animate Treetop. I will animate Factory. I will swing for 12.
All right. I am dead. Yep. Just had to hope you had an Oath hand and not a Earthquake hand.
Not an Earthquake hand, yeah. My opening hand had Earthquake and like 2 Stone Rains. I was like, I don't know how good Stone Rain is, but the Earthquake is quite good.
Yep. Oh yeah, it is. I will be on the play once again.
Good.
So have you even thought about what you're doing for the January monthly, since falls on New Year's Day?
I haven't talked to anyone about it yet. I will figure it out. New Year's Day might be okay. Like, I think probably a lot of people have New Year's Eve plans, but might be available on New Year's Day. But
Yeah, people will be off and they'll have time to, it's in the evening, so sleep at, New Year's Eve off and can actually have a decent time. And middle on top is always good.
yeah, we had 9 this week, and I know a lot of people skipped because it was like the day after the election. A lot of people stayed up really late.
I'll keep.
Yeah, I'll also keep.
All right. I will start off with a Mountain into Lackey, and then pass.
Go Mox Diamond, pitch Tranquil Thicket, Mountain.
There you go. I will untap and draw. I'll swing for 1.
Take 1.
Trigger. I'll drop in Warchief. I'll play Mossfire, and I'll Naturalize Oath. And then pass.
Alright. Turn sideways quickly. Alright. So
on the plus side, you have a gorgeous mountain there. It's a great mountain.
It's from like starter 99, maybe.
Oh man, this is almost. Oh, that's too bad. All right. Piledriver. Swing.
Yeah.
So 5, 6, 7, 8.
6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'll take 8.
Trigger. CGing.
All right.
And I'll pass.
All right, library. You gotta find it. That is not it. Yeah, I'm just dead.
Okay. Yeah, if that would have been a Karplusan, I would have had double Piledriver there for that turn. Sick. All right. So Goblins can get there. We just need the perfect hand.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's just like if I have the Oath hand and you have the Naturalize, like it's like, and then if I just have a Pyroclasm hand without the Oath, like sometimes you can just rebuild really quickly. So I think it's like not super lopsided, but yeah, it's.
Yeah, I think it's a strong deck. I think it's not as strong now as it was when it first debuted, just because people like had, they got totally juked with the red splash. Yeah, I was at Lofshakon, playing elves against it. I was 1 punt away from going 2-0, 4-0 against it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't even seem that bad. I mean, like the land destruction plan is really awful against elves. Like, I mean, sure, the Oath plan is fine, but like, honestly, you can take a hit from Terravor and then kill them. It's,
yeah.
It's like much worse if they oathed into a Shard Phoenix.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't know if you happen to read my tournament report, but my favorite play of the day is because I was on my champion elves list, and so I double champion out, and it forced my opponent to Winter's Grasp his own forest, just so he would have legal blocks and not die.
Nice. Were you playing no survival, or you just were playing champions in your?
Yeah, 4 survivals and then 3 champions.
Yeah, I really dislike not having at least one champion in the 75.
Yep.
But I mean, it's a lot of people have a forest. Like it's that side's not irrelevant, but the like also just getting out of range of a engineer play, killing your dorks is pretty good.
There's a lot of little things which champion does well, and having the 3 is beneficial because double champion will protect against pyroclasm. You know, you can't do that, and then it's also just it's a pretty low resource way to put a sizable board together. Because of course, you know, you can kind of play out a couple dorks, and then you play survival, and they naturalize your survival, and like, okay, I get like 1 search. What do I do?
Right. I'll keep.
I'm gonna mull.
I really enjoy playing elves. It's so Michael sent out like that survey of like questions, you know, about the draft.
Oh yeah.
And one of them was like, what would you have picked first if you got the first pick? And my instinct was elves, and I was like, wait a second, I passed elves. Why did I do that? Why did I pick Red Green Oath?
Yeah, I don't know. It was up between you and Jay. I'm glad one of you got it because I wasn't gonna pass it twice. I was gonna be a good host, and I've played elves plenty of times in this, so.
Yeah, I played elves a lot recently, and so like in middle school, so I was a little like kind of tired of playing it, I guess.
Yeah, I hear you. And Red Green Oath doesn't hit the same in middle school as it does in Premodern. Anytime you introduce Force of Will into the equation, it totally can change the matchups.
Yeah, and I also think like more people play. So there's also parfait in the format, and this deck is like pretty awful against parfait.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep. I think. Do I? Oh man. Yeah, we're gonna bottom this. All right, lead us off. All right, I will draw. Mountain, Prospector, and pass.
I'm going to play a Forest, a Mox Diamond, pitching a Factory. And I'm going to play a Call of the Herd.
Okay.
I'm going to find my elephant token.
Okay. I'll untap and draw. I'm just going to play a Lackey, and then I'll pass.
I'll have to go with the 3/3 Beast token.
Okay. Just draw a little, draw a trunk on him. Some tusks.
Rishadan Port. I'll cast a Pyroclasm.
That is unfortunate. I would like to make some red mana.
I will go to my combat step.
I will take the mana burn.
Unfortunately,
I know.
I'll take attack for 3, and I'll pass to you.
Untap, draw.
On your upkeep, I would like to tap a mountain.
Okay. Draw for turn. Let's see. It's relevant. So Foothills fetch 16 for a Forest Tinkerer.
Got a Tinkerer.
And then I'll pass the turn.
You have how many cards in your hand?
I have 3.
Truly, wait, Wasteland. I truly hate this play, but I'm going to Pyroclasm.
Okay.
And I am going to attack for 5.
All right, I'm at 11.
Go ahead.
Untap, draw. Play Lackey.
You got it.
Play Matron.
You got it.
Check. I'm going to get Gempalm.
Sure.
And then I'll pass to you.
So, you have 2 cards in hand?
2 cards.
Shouldn't be so hard. Yes, I will not like any of the options. I'll attack for 3.
Okay, no blocks. Go to 8.
I'm gonna flashback call it.
You got it.
More 3/3 beasts. Okay, go ahead.
All right, untap. And we'll draw. Siege Gang.
Man, you got it.
And then I am just going to pass the turn.
Going to attack for 3.
I will not block. I'll go to 5.
I will throw Karplusan Forest.
Okay, Forest down.
I will pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep. And go draw.
Effects.
I'm going to cycle Incinerator.
Yep.
And deal 6 damage to the elephant, untapped elephant.
The untapped one here.
Yeah, and I'll draw. I will go to attacks.
Yep.
Swing for 6.
Yeah, I'll take 6.
Okay. Bring it to 14, and I'll pass the turn.
And turn, I'll tap him out.
Okay.
What is my life total? I'm gonna tap a mountain.
I will float red.
I'll move to my beginning of combat step.
I'm going to go ahead and throw a token at your face.
All right, I'll go to 12.
All right. We're in combat.
Animate Mishra's Factory and attack for 5.
All right. I will block the elephant.
Yeah.
Take 2.
Like
Go to 3.
Hopefully I didn't do terrible math. Go ahead.
All right. Untap. Upkeep and draw. All right. Combat. 4.
No blocks.
Trigger.
Yep.
Warchief.
Yep.
And pass.
I'll attack.
I'll block with the untap token.
Yep.
Before damage, I would like to sack him and deal 2 damage to you.
Yep. Go 6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Winter's Grass and untap mountain.
In response, I will go ahead and use that mana, and I'll do 2 damage to you.
Yep. Pass you.
Untap. Upkeep, draw. Warchief.
Yep.
And swing.
Pass game. Yeah. I feel like I must have played that wrong. So I had the opportunity to, when you had 4 lands, to Winter's Grasp the land instead of flashing back my my elephant. The downside of that play is if you just have a cheap guy, you get to Incinerator my only elephant and connect with the Lackey. But then I guess that would be all the cards in your hands. I think I probably played that turn wrong.
Yeah, it's hard to say without having perfect information. Because whenever Lackey's on the table, you always have to consider the worst case scenario.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it felt like you had Siege Gang, but I also did, I think you had missed a land drop at one point, so I didn't think you had the 5th land. So you had to draw the 5th land.
Correct. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I did have Siege Gang in my hand all that time.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That was a tough turn. Yeah, and then like I mean, I just like those last few turns, I just drew cards that like were not what I needed, just like
Yeah. Oh
destruction
yeah.
spells, and spheres.
Yeah, you
Um,
needed the oath, needed a Terravore or something to stabilize.
like the spheres
Even
were
another
actively
call.
bad for me because like you just had the siege gang on board, and I needed to draw spells I can play.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the pyroclasm for just the tinker felt bad, but it was my only red source. So like
Okay, with the with the Mox.
yeah, so I was worried I was gonna just have the pyroclasm stranded in my hand the whole game if I didn't take that out.
Yeah.
Which would have been true. I didn't ever find a red source, but
Yeah, so it makes sense. It's also just a huge ton of value because it blanks factory as well. So
factory
it
as
takes off
well.
your Mox, and then so I think that is a perfectly justifiable um, play to be able to take out the Tinkerer there, just because, and then any other Mox, any other factory that you draw is just really bad. So if we were to replay that, maybe it's actually better not to do the Tinkerer, but with the information that you had, I think that's perfectly justifiable.
Yeah, I mean, had it played out, the pyroclasm would still be in my hand, and I wouldn't have cast it, and I'd have no Mox.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to cast double green spells either. Um, Yeah, I don't know. Like I think that turn where I made the decision to flash back the Call of the Herd was really like a really critical turn, and I had to just decide whether I played around you having siege, like casting Siege Gang, or I played around you being able to kill my blocker and connect with
Mm-hmm.
Lackey. Um, and I think I chose incorrectly, or at least it turns out I chose incorrectly. I'm not sure, like in the abstract, what's correct. Honestly,
Yeah.
you'd ask someone who's better at Magic than me.
Yeah. Yeah, we can ask the experts there, but yeah, so that's the four that I brought in. I think that's pretty, um, you know, all justifiable there. I took out two Mogg Fanatics. I don't actually like these in the matchup because they
Yeah,
don't
I don't
do
either.
very much.
Yeah, I don't do much. Yeah.
And then took out Sharpshooter again, kind of same reason. And then also the Matron. Matron can be really awkward with against Sphere decks. It's 3 mana to basically do nothing on its own. Um, Obviously, like if you can utilize it, it's great. But there's I don't think going down to 3 matrons is
Yeah,
a
that
bad
seems
deal at
good.
all.
Yeah, I brought in 3 Call of the Herds and 2 Pyroclasms. I don't
Yep.
think that's particularly controversial. Cut my 2 main deck Naturalizes, 2 destruction spells, in 1 library.
Yep. I just laugh because I'm super bad at for like multiple times I've forgotten to take out like my disenchants when boarding against goblins. So
Yeah, I almost did honestly. I was like, I guess I'm gonna trim like multiple libraries. I was like, wait a second, there's a Naturalize in here.
yeah, total blank.
Well, good games.
Good games.
Goblins gets through a tough one. So
Yeah, goblins, is full of surprises. It
yeah,
gets there.
I mean, like when the deck has Lackey, it's just such a good deck. It's
Yeah.
just you like have to answer it.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, and the game started well for me, I think, with the Pyroclasm exchange. But,
I was not expecting to win that. After that, I was not expecting with the early call the herd and the mana denial. I was not expecting to get there.
yeah, yeah, I was a little choked on my own side. So yeah.
Yep. All right, man. We'll see you
All
next
right.
time.
Good games. All
Yeah.
right.
You have a good rest of the night. Take care.